What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jasmine, and on my channel, I primarily document my lock journey. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a minor change that I did with my hair a few weeks ago. Today, I'm just going to be sharing with you the issue that I've been having with my edges. So, normally, when it would be time for me to retighten my hair, I would have edges that I would put back into the locks around the perimeter of my hair. They were getting a little bit too long and they would always come out of my locks on the sides anyway. So it was something that I was constantly doing and I was over it. So I decided to research just a little bit and see if anybody else was having this type of issue. And I came across people who were forming edges, if you will, like how they would do on a frontal. And so I just decided to kind of cut some of my edges just so that they're easy to maintain. Not to the point where they're like really super short, but just to where I can lay them nicely and it's just not too much. But if you're interested in seeing what I did, the actual process of me doing it while I'm doing it, then stay tuned. Okay, so first we're going to start off with a quick length check just to see where I'm at. I'm currently around the 5.5 year mark for having locks. So right now my hair is coming down towards the middle of my back. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is what my edges were looking like before I did it. And as you can see, there's like groups of hair that's longer than the rest. And there were just like pieces that were really long and I could not form a lock using that on its own. It just wasn't enough strands to make me comfortable to have a lock in those places. And like I said, they kept coming out of the actual locks that I would put them in. And so I just decided they were not meant to be in a lock, period. So stop trying to force it. So I'm going to trim them down to a length that is more appropriate for edges, I guess, and make them more even and have them look nice when they're laid. So the first thing I did was pull my actual locks out of the way so I don't accidentally cut anything, and then I decided that maybe I should lay my edges before I do the process so that I can see what actually needs to be cut and then not try to do the guesswork after already cutting it. So here you have me just putting on some edge control on my hairline, and then I'm going to lay them, I guess, in sections and trim and go. So this is the first piece that we're going to swoop and cut. I'm just trying to make sure that it would be laid the way I would want it to be laid every single time, I guess, because the way that I'm cutting it means that I'm probably going to have to continue to swoop it this direction every time. So I'm just trying to make sure that that part is right. And I think that's probably the caveat with this is it's going to be longer on one side than the other side because of how I'm swooping it and cutting only one side. So I might go back and just make sure that they're all the same length going downwards so that I could swoop them in any direction. Okay, so I'm not sure if I need to make this disclaimer, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I'm not a professional and I do to my hair what I want to do to my hair. And my thought process is that if I jack it up, it'll grow back. So I'm gonna do what I feel like is best for my hair at this particular point in time, and then I will learn the lesson afterwards, unfortunately. So just make sure if you decide to do something like this, just make sure that you do your own research and you do what you think is best for your hair. And that's the last snip of hair that I'm going to do. And this is how it looks. And for now, I am pretty pleased with it. Okay, y'all, so it's been about 3 weeks since I did the cutting of the edges, the trimming of the edges, and this is what it's looking like. I'm not sure if I'm going to fight with it and try to put it in this lock, or if I'm going to cut it or swoop it with this section of hair. I think this section has quite a bit of hair already in it, so I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that at this point, but I like how it looks trimmed down, and I never knew that that was a thing that I could do. I never considered it, so I like it. So what do you guys